I think if there's an enemy in all of this, it's really these big insurance companies. There are times, I think, when doctors make a mistake, sometimes a really obvious mistake, operate on the wrong leg, or just order an obviously wrong dose of a medication, or just obviously look at an x-ray and miss the cancer. These are really obvious mistakes. And my sense is that doctors aren't the ones who are saying, well, let's hold off taking care of this poor person. It's their insurance companies that want to hang on to their dollars till the last possible moment, or if they can, don't compensate the injured person at all. And that, to me, is what is really going on behind the scenes. Being a nurse really helps a lot in looking at medical malpractice cases. We don't want to bring frivolous lawsuits. There can be lots of cases where there was negligence, a mistake was made. A medication mistake can be made, and there can be absolutely no injury to the person. It was a mistake, then the medication wears off, and the person's fine. And even when it was in their system, it didn't cause them a problem. So we would never take that case, because was there negligence? You betcha. But did it cause harm? No, it didn't. And you need to have both parts. The first part is, were you treated negligently? Was there a medical mistake? There are lots of different ways that doctors and nurses and hospitals can make mistakes. So that's the first question. And then the second question is, did the mistake actually cause some harm? Sometimes a mistake can cause just a very minor harm, but very often a mistake will cause a serious harm or death. And it might take a while before you realize that there has been a mistake that has caused a serious injury. An x-ray is a really good example of a way a doctor can make a mistake and you won't know for a long time. I have a client who had a chest x-ray to check for a problem and had a series of chest x-rays to check for a problem, and for years the radiologist just looked at it and said, yeah, looks good, looks good. And he had a lot of medical problems that led him to see another physician. Walked into a hospital, they took an x-ray and they said, oh my gosh, you have cancer. But, you know, so the mistake in reading an x-ray can be 3, 4, 5 years before. Also, women, another way it happens a lot is women who have mammograms. If there's a mistake made on a mammogram and you're only supposed to get one once a year or once every 2 years, if a mistake is made, you wouldn't know about it until the following year or the year after that, and all that time the cancer is growing inside you. I represent a little boy who suffers from a terrible birth injury. He was injured at birth because he was a very, very large baby. And the mother knew this, the doctor knew this, the people who did studies before she was born knew he was going to be a really big baby, over 11 pounds. And the mother wanted to have a cesarean section. She had had one before, she'd had a really big baby before, but her obstetrician, a different obstetrician than she had for her previous baby, said, nah, you can deliver this baby vaginally. And the thing she was most afraid of happened. The baby was stuck. He got stuck when he was born. And as a result of that, he had some really serious injuries at birth. And so he's never going to be right. He's never going to have proper use of his dominant arm, his right arm, and he also has severe brain injury. That's something that needs to be taken care of for them by the person who hurt them and their insurance company. I saw lots of great care, doctors and nurses working really hard and making right decisions and doing everything right. Maybe they were tired, maybe something was going on in their personal life. Just a misjudgment. Doctors and nurses are human, just like people driving a car. That's why doctors and nurses have insurance, for the same reason that people driving a car have insurance. You get in a car accident, you know that your insurance company is going to fix the mistake that you made. And doctors and nurses have insurance for that same reason, because they know that they might make a mistake and that the person needs to have somebody step forward and say, let me fix what I can fix and let me make up for what I can't fix. My name is Alison Minnick. I practice personal injury law with Don Briggs at Briggs & Counsel in Maine.